Man, I parked close here to the water, but yeah, he just showed up, and I found out I don't have enough energy I had to lie on my bed and relax. Part of it is just the bloatedness, the irritable bowel syndrome from not having a regular bathroom of my own. I did when I was staying on that farm where the guy was helping me with the alternator and stuff and starter, and it was his shop. I had access to it. Almost nobody was using it. So after that, it's like planning that in my day and hoping the bowels cooperate and when I'm at the pool or here or there. And this I bought, I think yesterday or the day before, and it has to be refrigerated, when you open it. But the thing is that brand there, brewed in Montreal, but coming all the way to BC, hopefully refrigerated the whole time because it's supposed to be. But maybe the truck fails, and that's why Walmart put it on sale. I don't know. Because, by the time, it's on sale and you're paying the packaging and the fuel of the truck is really, it's a negative price for the product. And again, this tells you how dysfunctional our society is. Say, why would they do that if they don't make a profit? Oh, they made a profit. But only a small group of people made a profit by dominating certain industries. And in Canada, it's really the cartels are related to transportation. That means oil. That means the type of transportation, automobiles, shutting down things like public transit in ways that they've been getting away with since the origin of many of the cities. And, but this is something we could do in BC. In fact, there are many local ones, but franchises that bring things from different part of the country or different country. It's Anthropocene causing, and I'm not a capitalist that wants to accelerate the Anthropocene because I care about your kids. So, but today I visited a place, and then I accidentally heard of another place where it could be more stable housing for me, where I would have access to a more regular bathroom, which for me is the big issue, and it kind of needs to be, because this job that I applied for, which I'd like to get, man, I still got that accent from the VERN series. It's too much fun, and it's gonna be that I have to pass a physical type of test, which is different things specific to what I don't usually do, but I'm pretty sure I can pass it preparing for it. But also, the training will be out of town and 6 months from now. And I'd like to get that job. I really would. I would do that job for at least 10 years. And again, I don't know if I'll be offered because I'm outside of the norm. And outside of the norm is kind of the type of person that you need to be, because you need to be outside of the norm, at least for never having problems with the law or drugs in the way the questionnaire kind of expects. Anyways, I'll know maybe next week if I go to the next stage, and I'll know next week if I am getting one of these two possible housing situations that'll be more stable. Doesn't mean I might not live in my motorhome, but it won't move so much. Somebody just contacted me on Facebook, said, do you still need a ride to go get your motorcycle? And you can tell right away, just somebody that starts like that is a scam right away. And then I said, yes, I do. And then they said, well, give me an address of departure and pickup. And it doesn't really fit the information I put in. So, I said, well, it depends on, the day and where I would decide on that day to leave my motorhome. But it's somewhere in the city, And I don't know, they didn't answer right after that, and they might not again. You can tell it's a scam, and if they don't answer again, I will look into their profile to help protect yous online. Use local people here, or wherever this guy might be and doing these scams. Yeah, so this is like, it took me 24 hours to open this without spilling. That's a brand that keeps wanting to spill. It's really bad, man. My phone's really hot right now. It might auto shut down when it does this. It gets hot during certain recordings, even though it's not in the sun or anything. But again, sun has not reached maximum of its 11-year cycle, and it won't next year either. It'll be 2025. And it's not an exact science, but Oh, that's a big branch in the river. And, you know, so add El Nino and add all of our other people primate produced imbalances and, you know, positive feedback loops is, you know, you're looking at the apocalypse has begun. And of course, if you add like Canada, the drug addicts that are like half my age and already their brains are like worse than people with advanced dementia, is, yeah, the zombie apocalypse, if you want to call it that. Except don't shoot people, because that's what they do in the zombie movies, or chop their heads off. Just kind of know that, you know, zombies will be walking around, but many of them pick up your recycling that you don't care about. Although recycling doesn't seem to be done like people care about things. Anyway, so what I was saying is I'm trying to get the energy to get out there, but it's a busy place. Even small vehicles sometimes come get small containers. It must be good quality water. And I don't want to be in the way of people, but I've done a lot of recycling and garbage when I went to the landfill the other day. And but I got a lot more I'm discovering, and it's going to make a lot of room, and I'll finally be able to vacuum in here because it's a shame. I did one of those Gaia Biosphere Overmind Collective Unconscious Soul 3 type prayers yesterday for me and my dog. No, I don't have a dog. And saying, hey, you know what? I'd really like, you know, I'm testing you here if this works. I'd really like a girlfriend within a day or two. Don't mind if she's older than me, and I just want to be appreciated for the affection I give her, which is something I crave to do. And I thought I got like a message on the singles website, but it's just welcome our new members, just me. And I'm the one that, you know, put a hug symbol on it, nobody else. I don't know if that's a good sign for my prayer. But anyways, it's not an exact science. It's just putting it out there, the secret. So it's in my mind, and then my mind's more open to it, and therefore, there's a lady at the library. She didn't have a ring on that finger, and she's an older blonde lady, maybe my age or a little bit younger, and I find her quite appealing, and she seems to be competent, like doing work. No offense to a lot of the other ladies, but they seem to be talking to each other a lot. They don't necessarily ask, can I help you with anything, unless you come to the counter. And then they're all trying to give you customer service at the same time. And they're not, all that good at it. Some are better than others. And usually it'd be the beginners who are passionate about being there. And there's always, kids with various disabilities where, if they don't have people skills because they're responsible adults in their lives or teachers fail them, then they'll often get jobs where they have a headset the whole time. And therefore, I think, they get a paycheck. Yeah, but they don't develop as social creatures human thinking tools or social skills. And guess what? Unless they're saving up money to go live alone on a desert island. I don't know how many of these desert islands you guys think are out there. And by the way, there'll probably be less of them as the ocean rises, not more, correct? Am I wrong about this? When the ocean rises, less islands. When the ocean drops, more islands. There's also the ice phenomenon, that the ice age brings water up. So there's like a lot up, less in the middle, and then also less below. That's an interesting phenomenon. Anyways, I digress. So this is almost 10 minutes. I just wanted to say that I'm trying to get at Canadian Tire, I saw that there's a pump that you can put on these. Turns out it's 18.9 liter bottles, these things, that I used to have on my motorcycle when I was 25, 26 years old. In my backpack, I'd slide it in, fit perfectly, be resting on my back seat with my first motorcycle, go get my distilled water, drink a lot more. I got to drink more water. I buy these independent bottles, but they're like still in an area where it might get hot. I have to get a better area in the shade in the back of the motorhome when I can clear this up and drink more water for my bowels, for preparing for this job. Because I'm telling you, this bloatedness from the bowels, not knowing when to go to the bathroom and just prioritizing all sorts of things, including job search, not just fixing the vehicle, in the last few days, it becomes irritable because there's, it doesn't know when to go, when not to go, and it bloats. And then this thing, which was probably overly fermented even before I bought it on sale, and then it's warm in here, and then, it takes so long to finish opening it without the spill, this brand, that it's complicating things as well.